This week's free stock pick, NWS. As always, we choose one at random. We've got 8 or 9 on watch for tomorrow, plus we may add some in the pre-market, may add some waterfall plays. If we catch an irrational sell-off, try to fade that tomorrow too, only with low-risk setups. We do that in our live chat room. So we pick one at random out of all these things that we do each week and put it out on our free picks list. And this week we've kind of randomly chosen NWS. There are some things that bother me about it, but as always, I'll certainly use tight stops if it does trigger. I know it's redundant, but I'll say what I say every week. We don't know how the market's going to open tomorrow. We don't know how NWS is going to open tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Everything we talk about on this trade idea is based on the idea that we're going to get basically open somewhere near where it closed on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday's close 1683. Again, we're looking for a break through this little wedge pattern. So we're going to take it. It had a high here a few days ago, 1687, and then a high on Wednesday of 1687. So one of our trigger prices, assuming a normal open, would be 1688, looking for a pretty quick break through 1693. If we get that, we should get some upside momentum, but if not, we'll certainly protect our entry. I'm not going to let this cost me more than a dime per share. And again, we don't know how it's going to open tomorrow, so as we always do, we'll follow up with a video on whether or not we actually traded NWS. You can use those kind of as an after-the-fact learning tool about our intraday thinking as the trade unfolds, okay? Because everything we do is based on intraday action, and since we don't know what's going to happen at the open or anything else, we can't really tell you exactly what we're going to do. If this triggers in the first 5 minutes, we won't take it. We'll look for another entry and so on. So there's several factors. If the market's hitting new lows at the same time this triggers, we won't take it. So everything we do is based on safety. So keep that in mind. And that's why, please, if you're considering it, paper trade it, until you've been on our free picks list for a while and you start to understand the things we look for. We will follow up tomorrow night with a video on what we did with this. Again, we're watching several stocks tomorrow. A couple things real quick that bother me a little bit. NWS has already had a 3-day move, okay? So a little bit feels like chasing, but you still never know. This could break this little wedge pattern, break through this, and never look back. So because of the fact that it's near breakout territory, and again, there's a weekly chart going back a couple years, the fact that it's near breakout territory, could take this thing all the way up. Looks like it wants to go to 18 here. Where it had support a long time ago. So that said, we don't know whether or not it's going to follow through. So again, I'm going to certainly protect against any downside. I'm not going to let it cost me more than a dime, but we will base our stop on intraday action tomorrow based on the candles. Okay, let's go back to the daily here. Some other stocks we're watching, but I'm not going to talk about the setups too much. But stocks of interest tomorrow, we don't usually do this, but I'll just throw them out there. Rambus looks like it might head up higher. A cheapie, PEIX is on watch. Believe it or not, we played Crocs the other day. I haven't played that in years. And it's still on watch because it's up here near breakout territory on the long-term chart. And several others. We've got a couple bounce plays on watch, and as always, we'll add some in the pre-market too. But again, please watch our follow-up video, and we'll be able to explain whether or not we did anything and what we did with NWS, and maybe we'll talk about some other entries from our chat room on Thursday as well. Have a great night, and we'll follow up tomorrow night.